Oh yeah. Yo! In fairness, I didn't think it would be that easy to get it running. Checked it's got oil in, found the wiring for it, which is here on the wheel. This is all the loom wiring for underneath the dashboard. It says to the ignition switch, there's some unknown wire which ended up being a starter motor. Connect them two together, and yeah, I've obviously it's a runner. I tried it a couple of times, didn't have any fuel in, someone's drained it out. That's very, it just has been looked after so well. I'm very impressed. So yeah, right, what do we need to do now to get it to a track day? It runs. I guess we need to check the tracking and check the brakes and bolt the seats down. Okay, get this gauge up so you can see what we're doing. And attach the panels a little bit better. I think this one here is loose. The back panel obviously has got little aero catches here. They need to be probably a little bit better secured. And then at the front, it's only on 2 pegs at the front and nothing at the back. So I don't know whether they bolt together or whether I need to put a peg in here somewhere and just pin it down. There's a bit of shell there. I could put some more aero catches on it. I think if you're going to use an aero catch anywhere, race car is a good place to start. Right, that's good news, isn't it? Yo, so we are part way through doing what's probably 10% of the wiring required. And we're just taking these little covers off here. So I've got the little display cover off, and I've got the, well, just getting this start. They've used some little square, square screws, which are quite hard to get off because I haven't got the tool. But yeah, so I'm just doing that. This is coming along all right now. I've just got to faff around getting all this set up. Put little Deutsch connectors on the entire thing for that, and I'm going to do the same thing on this with Deutsch. Oh god, that's doing well, isn't it? So that'll be the main power, 20 amp fuse. That'll do the world of good. So I'm going to use the ignition switch to turn the ignition on, and then I've got a start button which you have to push the brake to get it started. So we're just on with wiring that up now. Oh, we're totally upside down. That's gone well. Right, so we are just having another evening on the kit car, just trying to get these worked out. So I've got engine speed, gearbox speed, road speed, coolant temp, oil pressure, that is, alternator, 12 volts starter, oil pressure, a mill light. I don't know whether the mill light's going to work, to be fair. What I've got so far is my Coso hasn't got a engine light for the alternator, so I'm using the neutral. So it'll say it's in neutral, and then the second you start it, that should go out. On here you can see I've got the temperature, that's the oil. I've had to remove somebody decided to use oil pressure, and I'm going to use oil temperature. So I've swapped that out. The coolant temperature, as you can see, it's quite high. It says it's at half. Well, it's been running for about 15 minutes. I think it should be around the same as that, so it'll be about 28 degrees. This is saying it's close to 60 or 70 degrees. So I've had to put a resistor in, this 10k resistor here, a box of resistors. I'm just trying different ones to see which one works best. So anyway, that's I'm just going through the resistors now to get this all wired up. I want it so I can have the oil temp and water temp, so they flag up a warning if they go over. It'd be lovely to get the engine light working, but I don't know whether that's going to work. Indicators, obviously, a main beam are critical, and the low oil pressure, currently that's not working, but I've checked the wiring and touched it to ground, it lights up, so it must be the sensor itself's failed. This is all wired up a bit better now. We've just got to get it all put in here, so I'm going to have to cut big holes in everything. But yeah, we'll be able to test drive it on the road then. Hello, welcome to hour 6 of faffing around. Coso in place, loosely screwed on. All the switches are kind of in and loosely screwed on. I've decided to use the original Ford ignition barrel. so it lights up, does all your whizzy stuff. And let's press this button here, that should give. True oil temp, so that's all working. The water's still not quite right. I faffed around, I've had to move this because this was catching on there. There's a piece of metal inside, which you cannot see, but the start button couldn't go there, so I've had to move it down here. In moving it down here, I may have manhandled it a bit, and now the blue light's not working, but I'm sure I have to put it on the brake. Make sure it's not in gear. Oh. Yay! No, it totally didn't work. Great. If we look now, the wiring loom's looking a lot less rat's nesty. It just comes up to these two plugs which operate all these switches and the cluster. If you put your foot on the clutch now, on the brake, sorry. For some reason the oil light is coming on backwards, so it's off when you want it and then on when you don't want it. So that just needs a little bit of work. I just had this tack converter. It's come from Dreadnought Customs, but Ghetto Motorsport make it. It's working now. Hello, thought I'd just do a quick update because I'm in the middle of about 10 or 15 different jobs on this kit car, it's ridiculous. So currently I'm just getting the rear loom sorted for the rear hatch. I'm just arrow-dighting the mounts on it. It needs to be mounted every 30 centimetres for IVA. So I'm just waiting for that to dry. I've just put the mirrors on, the little indicators on, the convex lenses, and they're the right size for IVA. I bought them from a website that does kit cars and IVA kind of passing. I've got to mount these new bolts here are holding the bit inside in. I've got to wire the indicators in there is looking a lot less rat's nesty. There's about 4 wires left that need to be found a home, and then I've got to tidy all that loom up and put it away. I've got the same job at the front. I've arrow-dighted all the mounts on all the way down to where that's going to sit. Indicator's now fitted. All that wiring is done. Steering wheel had to come off and I've got a little bit shaved off so I could mount the indicator stalk. All the lights are kind of doing their thing at the moment. I'm currently missing one wire for the reverse light, so that's currently what I'm looking for. This diagram here goes through a little 5 amp fuse to the reverse light, but I'm struggling to find that. I've just put an extra temperature sensor in the engine for the cluster, so I don't have to use resistors, and then I've got an unreliable reading. I'd rather get a reliable reading using the proper sensor from the clocks. All these rear lights all work now. Like I say, this is 7-core trailer line, so I'm just going to cut that where I need to cut it and then re-terminate it and clamp it every 300mm as per the rules and regs. Yeah, exhaust is all done. I've got to put the seat in and mount all the brackets for the seat belts. These are all welded in situ, so they're all in already. I don't know where it mounts at the bottom yet. I'm sure that should, I'll either have to make something or it's there. And then the gear selector I'm struggling to get reverse, but again, it shouldn't be too big of a job like. So yeah, if I can get all this stitched up, I'll have a car that's almost finished. And then when it's almost something like, I can take it for a spin down the road, get it ready for IVA, take it to a track day. But at the moment, if I take it anywhere, all wires are going to get trapped to the wheels and stuff, so I can't even roll it outside or nothing, so we'll get there. Nice pink bag, man. Weather's a bit drab, isn't it, mate?
Perfect weather for my car. 90% of the cars here are not really bad weather cars.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of searching for grip today. Anyway, we're here. That's what matters. Good morning. It's freezing, it's cold, it's windy, and we're at Blyton Park. We've brought Matt's Quattro Sport, just the stock baby that does the work, and our open top kit car, which to be fair looks wet.
Doesn't look the weather for it today.
Yeah,
but it isn't raining right now, and I don't think it could rain. If you look at them clouds over there in the background, it could rain.
Today on the weather forecast.
But, yeah, today on the weather forecast, but we're just walking the track now. We're going to have a nosy round, see what it's... This is probably the longest straight, I think.
So let's help this little guy. Oh, you don't want to be on here in a bit. Here you go. There you go. Right. So yeah, if you go and have a look at our kit car, my kit car, it's like a colander. I don't know whether it's holding water at the moment. I don't know whether to drill holes and let the water out, or whether that's going to let water back in. So it's I don't know what to do.
I'll just dry out the towel and go round and see if any water comes in.
I think it'll be sloshing, mate. You need to be turned around. Anyway, we'll catch up with you later when we get this thing out on the road. Ja.
Perfect weather for an open top car.
Kit car.
Let's watch Andy over there with his slicks on.
Who's a dickhead, Matt?
I am.
You've been in my car.
It's the beauty of fiberglass, though. That is
Repairable.
reasonably easy to repair.
If that was metal,
He's big binned it. He's smashed it all. The mount on its back. Good morning. So, it's been a couple of weeks since the track day, and as you can see, we've done absolutely nothing to fix this car. It's cracked the fiberglass in about 10 or 15 different places, which is definitely repairable because it's, you know, nice lightweight fiberglass, but we've opted for a full new front end, so we're just waiting for that to be made. We found out the people who make the Spire are now Aardvark Racing, and they're local to us just down the road in Rushton Spencer, so we'll go and get the right parts, have it all put back to brand new and start fresh, and then we will book another track day. But all in all, great car, good handling, definitely interested, definitely want to do more of it, so follow us for more.